Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel Cosmos Tarot. My name is Sam and today I'm going to be doing a love reading based on the past, present and future. Okay, so this is to do with the person on your mind or whoever you have been dealing with. All right, so let's start off with the past and have a look at your energy and then your person's. But first I'm going to pull a chakra card to give me an indication of what has been happening. Wow, you've got two here. So complacency, perhaps you'd become a little bit, stuck in a rut, in a situation where you was feeling quite comfortable in the past, but uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. So you was in a situation that you didn't really like, but, you didn't really do anything to change it. And then obviously we've pulled impatience here. So maybe, that shows that you wanted to do something about it, but being complacent, you just kind of stayed in the same situation, but wanted to change it, but couldn't. So you felt impatient to change the situation, but just, being complacent meant that you didn't take any action on that, okay? So let's put those two there. That's for the past. And now let's have a look at the tarot and see what the tarot is saying. Spirit, this is for Pisces energy. Pisces, in the past, what was going on? Thank you. Right, okay, so you was focusing on yourself, okay? And I feel like you was in a connection with someone. It sounds really echoing here. Sorry, I don't know what that's about. I feel like you was in a connection with someone, but although you was in the connection, I feel like you was, you felt like you was on your own. Okay, so even though you was in a connection, it's like you didn't really feel like you were as one together. I feel like there was a level of you feeling like you did your own thing. You was on your own in the connection. Okay, so even though you was with someone, it's like you was independent of that connection. I do see that you did obviously quite well, okay? You was doing quite well anyway in the connection on your own, concentrating on your own stability, your own security, finances. It looks like you was concentrating on your own finances. Yeah, I just feel like being in that connection, whatever one you was in, it's almost like, even if you wasn't with that person, it wouldn't have affected you sort of on an independent level. I feel like you wanted to communicate with your person, but it was very difficult for you to tell them how you actually felt about them or how they made them feel about you. Like how they made you, no, how can I explain this? I think it was like you found it hard to tell them how you was feeling about them, or you thought that they found it hard to tell you how they were feeling. Got there in the end, sorry guys. And as a result of that, because your person didn't really sort of open up and tell you how they were feeling, and maybe you felt you couldn't as well because they weren't, it made you feel like this was never going to be kind of that long-term, stable, secure commitment between you both, all right? And I think that's why you always felt like you were on your own, even though you were with this person. So with the Queen of Cups here, I felt like you was always in this connection kind of longing for more. I feel like you just wanted more, and it was very difficult for you to fully give to your person because they didn't fully give to you. So on an emotional level, I feel like you did hold back to some extent, okay? But not because you wanted to, just because you was matching their energy. So here I see that, that left you spending lots of times just socializing with other people because, you had to do that really, because in this connection, I feel like there was a lot of times where, like I said, you felt like you was on your own, even though you was dealing with this person. So you spent a lot of time with other people, kind of socializing, having fun and all the things that made you happy. Okay. So yeah, I feel like, you didn't think that things were going to grow between you and this person. You just felt like it'd come to a bit of a standstill, even though you had a lot of love for this person. Yeah, things come to a halt. Progress was just not happening. It just wasn't ever moving forward from you sort of just being sort of together or dealing with this person, even if you wasn't an actual item, you might have been seeing each other or whatever. It was just no progress. You was never going to grow. You felt like you was never going to grow or be long-term committed to each other. And even if you wanted to be committed to them, you felt they didn't want to be committed to you. So it held you back. You know, it held you back. That's what I see for your energy for the past, all right? So coming back to these cards here, the tarot does explain that, you know, yes, you was quite impatient most likely because you wanted change. You wanted your person to step up and commit to you or offer you something more. You wanted the connection to grow. But you became complacent. It's almost like you just, you know, you wasn't happy, but you just accepted it because you didn't know what changes you could make. It wasn't all down to you. It was down to your person. So, you know, you just became accepting of how it was, even though it didn't, you know, serve your highest good and it didn't make you as happy as you wanted to be. That's what I see for the past. Now let's have a look at your person's energy in the past and see what they were feeling like. Pisces person, please, Spirit. Pisces person in the past. Thank you. Okay. So we'll start off with they felt like, you know, they either felt like they was being wrong to you or they felt like something wasn't fair, okay? So it might be that they felt like things weren't balanced, things weren't fair somehow. But what I feel is that they thought that, like they knew that they wasn't really kind of stepping up to what you wanted, okay? And I do see with the Judgment card, they've kind of come to that realisation now, you know. I think they do realise they've been facing up, like they've had this judgment moment where they've had to sort of like face up to the fact that they wasn't really giving you what you deserved and what you expected and what you needed. All right. Let's pull some more. So I do feel like they just wanted things to work out, you know, the best that they could for themselves. They wanted some sort of successful victory here. They wanted to get kind of what they wanted out of the situation. And I feel like even though they felt burdened, they just kind of plodded along with it. Even if it felt like an uphill struggle, weight on their shoulders, they just continued with this connection. Yeah, but they didn't really kind of ever communicate anything much to you. They have that Page of Wands. So I just see this as a little bit one-sided really, but they still stayed. They still stayed in the connection. But I just don't really feel like they really gave a lot. They didn't really give much to you. This has caused some sort of conflict between you guys in the past, okay? Obviously, you probably voiced your opinions to them. I don't know. But yeah, they feel like they've wronged you. They know that they've wronged you with that Knight of Cups. And they've been sort of weighing up the pros and cons, what to do about the situation. That was in the past. And they just kind of thought, well, you know, I'm just going to go where I'm being guided. I'm just going to go with the flow. You know, let's see how this pans out. I don't really know how it's going to pan out, but I'm just going to, you know, go where I feel like I'm being led. That's kind of like the attitude that they had. So I don't really feel like they ever put too much effort into the connection. They just kind of just went with the flow, just persevered, even though they didn't really know what they was persevering towards, to be honest. Okay, so they had some sort of choices here with the Seven of Cups. You know, they had more than one option. I don't know whether that's people or circumstances, but they had more than one option. And in the end, they've decided to let something go. Let's have a look and see what that is. Spirit, what did they let go in the end? Is this Pisces or is this something else? What did they let go? What is that Four of Pentacles in reverse about, please, Spirit? What is that Four of Pentacles in reverse about? Okay, a third party situation. So I don't know whether you was the third party or whether they had another person, okay? Because what I'm seeing here is more than one person. So it'll be you and someone else, or you and more than another person as well. So it could be you, someone else and someone else, or it could be you and someone else. But they decided they had to let one of you go. They had options, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Several options here. So that would be you and definitely at least one other person, but they had to let the third person go. So they had to let someone else go, all right? Don't know whether that's you, could be you, or it could be someone else. Only you will know, right? Because I'm doing your reading, you'll know whether they've let you go or not at the moment. Okay, so for some of you, it will be you that they let go, and for some others of you watching this, it will be, you know, the other person. So let's have a look now at the present time and see what's going on currently. This is in the past. So present, what is going on, please, Spirit, for Pisces in the present time? Thank you. Again, 2 cards. Wow, I never get 2 cards for most people. It's always 1. So I can see there's some sort of, you know, gossip going on. This could be other people talking about you, other people talking about you and your person, or other people talking about your person. It could be you talking to others. It could be your person talking to others. But there's some sort of element of gossip. And with this gossip comes wrong opinions. It comes, you know, a little bit of judgment here, like people judging other people because of gossip. Okay, so whatever's being spoken of at the moment, I would say that it's a little bit exaggerated, or it's not the full story, okay? And with this card here, vanity, somebody, whether you or whether your person, is worried about how they're coming across to people, okay? I don't know whether that's the same person doing the gossiping or being gossiped about, but there's someone here, you or your person, that is feeling vain, worried about how you come across to other people, or worried about how you and your person come across to other people, or worried about, you know, it could be your person worried about how they come across, or worried about how they're coming across as a couple with you. So take that how it fits, okay, guys? But let's have a look at the tarot for current circumstances. What's going on at the moment, please, Spirit, between Pisces and their person? This is Pisces energy, please. Pisces energy, thank you. So you're seeing things now from a different perspective. There's something here that you are now seeing, which in the past you never saw, okay? You're sort of getting a bit more of a bigger perspective over the situation, and it's making you feel more positive. And I feel like, you know, you want to move in the step in the right direction. Forward movement is going to promote healing for you and sort of help you get to how you want to feel. It's about how you feel. You know, in this card, the sun is shining, and, you know, the flowers are growing and everything's sort of going in the right direction, okay? So I feel like you looking at something from a different perspective now is going to remove some sort of blockage that you know, had in the past regarding this person. And because obviously in the past things weren't moving forward, were they? Things were uncomfortable, but you sort of still stayed in that uncomfortable situation because you didn't really know how to promote change, okay? But now I see that by looking at a different point of view, you are promoting change, you're promoting healing, and you're promoting and inviting in, like, you know, new opportunities and happiness for yourself, positive growth. With the moon card there, I see that, yeah, you're feeling a lot clearer about things now. Okay, so things are becoming more clearer, and it's to do with this mental tie that you've got in this connection. It's like, you know, maybe you don't really know, or you didn't really know how things were going to end up turning out with this person. And I feel like you still don't 100% know, you know, what's going to happen long term. You know, is this it? Is it, you know, what's going to happen? You feel a little bit blindfolded, and you feel like you have to tread carefully there, and you feel like your hands are tied to the situation, like it's just not in your hands. And I feel like you've been feeling like that from day one with this person. Well, maybe not day one, because when you meet someone, people put on a bit of a facade and show you the best version of themselves. But then after a while, the honeymoon period is over, and, you know, we kind of feel more comfortable to show our truer self. And sometimes, you know, it's not how we first presented ourselves to someone, okay? So I just feel like you have for some time, okay, in that case, been feeling like you didn't know how this was going to turn out, and that you've had to tread carefully. It's not been in your hands. You know, you've had your hands tied to how these circumstances with this person play out, all right? So I do still that you're still, so I'm so tongue-tied today. I don't know what the hell's going on with me. I'm always tongue-tied, actually. But today it's even worse. So at the moment, you are having to kind of, you know, face up to this and think to yourself, right, how am I going to move forward? Like, well, I see you are moving forward because you're thinking of things from a different perspective now. You're seeing things a bit different, okay, which is helping you to feel positive and see things clearer. But as regards to this kind of mental tie that you've got to this person and to this connection, you know, you've got to face up to something. There's something here that you need to face up to, okay? And what it is that it brings you a lot of instability, okay, this connection. This person is never going to bring you the stability that you desire, deserve, and want, and need in your life, okay? For not just your personal growth, but if you're going to be with someone and feel together and as one, this person is not the one to do that for you, because this connection is not going to ever make you feel like that. This is unstable, okay? You feel instability when you're with this person. You don't never know where you fully stand, okay? So here I'm seeing that, you know, it's possible that you would maybe like to have your ex return to you, okay? With this 2 of Wands in reverse, okay? So I feel like, you know, it's possible you're waiting on your person possibly returning to you. You'd like to win them back, maybe. But, you know, you need to remember that, you know, you are starting to feel more positive about things at the moment. And this person does make you feel unstable. But I see that this is most likely due to the fact that you're still a little bit mentally connected to this person. You're still a little bit mentally attached. And you're still hanging on to that idea of, I don't know how this is going to end up. So there is still an element of you holding on a little bit to this person, okay? So that's sort of how you're feeling currently. Let me pull this one. Yeah, but you are just concentrating on yourself at the moment with that Queen of Pentacles. You're trying to sort of get yourself to be the best version of who you are. Again, being independent as you are. I feel like you've always been independent since you've met this person, because this person has never fully made you feel like you and them are together properly. Okay, so with the Queen of Pentacles there, again, you are just at the moment concentrating on everything that you could do for yourself, okay? So now let's have a look at your person's current energy. This is Pisces person, please, Spirit. Pisces person, please, Spirit. Thanks. So your person is now also sort of feeling clearer. They've made some sort of conclusion about the situation regarding yourself and them. Okay, they're feeling clearer. It's like they've come to some sort of conclusion. They're curious as to what you're doing. They're curious as to what you're thinking and what you're up to and how you're feeling. I don't know whether you guys are not talking or not. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen that yet. But if you're not talking, then your person is curious, okay, as to what you're doing. And if you are going to be reaching out to them again, you know, they're not sure that this is the last that they've heard of you. But if you guys are talking, then, you know, they're curious as to, you know, what you're thinking of doing about this situation with that Three of Wands. You know, it's almost like they're waiting for you to do something. So your person with the Four of Wands is thinking, you know, are you and them going to have this? So the thing is, it's very difficult here. What you and them class as stable are two different things, okay? So what you class as stable is, you know, something a lot more committed, something a lot more sort of, you know, long term, okay? Something where you know where you stand with your person, right? Where your person gives you the same effort you give them. But I don't know what stability means for your person. I don't know what togetherness means for your person, right? But it's not the same as what you feel like it is. Do you understand? So because your person doesn't see stability as a commitment, like I feel like you do, they do want that. They want it with you, but they have, how can I explain, less expectations of what that means for them. So for example, they've got this card coming upright. You've got the card in the opposite direction, reversed, and that's because this person makes you feel like things are unstable, okay? Whereas you make this person feel like things are stable. So they feel like they've got stability when they're with you, and that's because they rely on you, because you're an independent person, and I feel like they rely and lean on you. So you, of course, provide them with that feeling of stability, but they don't give you the same back, Pisces, and which is why you feel like you rely on yourself. Look, let me get this. You rely on yourself with that Nine of Pentacles. You create your own stability and you create their stability. And that's why they have the card here coming out upright, but you have it coming out in the reverse because they don't give you that same level of security back that you give them. And it's not fair. And that's why you're not happy. I mean, would they stay in this situation forevermore? I don't know. Would they stay in it for the time being? Probably, because, you know, you are someone that they can rely and lean on. But why do you want to be someone that someone can just rely and lean on? You want to be loved. You want to be wanted. You want someone to offer you the same you offer them. You want someone to give to the situation, to, you know, someone that you can lean on sometimes, someone that you can rely on, someone that can be there for you. It's no good if you're just in a connection where it's one-sided and you're always letting them lean on you and being there for them and helping them and supporting them. But what about you? Who do you lean on and rely on? It's not an equal relationship. Okay, that's what I see. So your person, again, has love for you. You know, they do care about you, this King of Cups energy. But I do feel like they are, there's something here that I'm feeling with this King of Cups, okay, about how you make them feel. So it's more a case of, yes, they do care about you. They do have care about you, but it's more about how you make them feel loved. You make them feel cared for. You make them feel nurtured. Your person is a little bit more about themselves than they are about you. Your person, you know, doesn't really, well, they're either not speaking to you right now with that Page of Swords in reverse, or they just don't communicate with you. They just don't communicate with you right now. They're not communicating about this connection. There's something disappointing going on in the connection right now, but they're not communicating it towards you. So whether you guys are in silent treatment, I don't know. I haven't seen it, okay? Haven't seen that yet. But what I do see is that your person just does not communicate with you about the disappointments in this connection. So if you're saying to your person, look, I feel disappointed, this is how I feel, your person just doesn't give you anything back. They just either stay quiet or they just hear you and they don't really respond. It's very frustrating. And I feel like that's why you felt impatient in the past. And that's why you was, dealing with this complacency and this connection. It's like you weren't happy, but you just stayed. You just stayed hoping that this person could level up. And I just don't think they've got it in them. I don't see it. Let's have a look at the future. Have a look at the future. Now this is like over the, oh my god, look, 2 cards again. This is crazy. You keep getting two cards. Now the future in this reading is about the next 7 to 8 weeks, okay? So within the next 7 to 8 weeks, you're going to be concentrating on your self-worth. Of course you are. You need to concentrate on your self-worth. And you're on a quest, you're on a mission, some sort of mission here to either find yourself out of this connection because this person just doesn't give you what you need, don't tell you what you need to hear. There's either a quest to find the answers from your person that you want them to tell you, or it's a quest just to kind of go on your own journey or your own mission. You will know what quest that you are, wanting to sort of go on, all right? But you're on some sort of mission here, either for yourself or to find answers from your person. I don't know. Let's have a look. Pisces in the near future, please, Spirit. Pisces in the near future. Next 7 to 8 weeks, please, Spirit. So, you're not going to be talking to your person, or you're not going to be telling your person what you're thinking, what is on your mind. You hold back, okay? And I just feel it's because you always feel like you're giving more to your person. It's like, if I speak to my person about this, I'm just going to end up giving more to them, and they just never give back to me. It's always me doing the giving. I'm give, and they're take. It's just really affecting you guys. Yeah, Queen of Wands, you're not willing to take any action. You want a new beginning in the near future. Over the next 7 to 8 weeks, I see you starting on some sort of new beginning. But I will say you are still very much mentally still in the next 7 to 8 weeks thinking about this person. They are on your mind. But I do feel like you're not going to be resisting changes with this new beginning that you are going to be presented with over the next few weeks. I feel like you're just kind of thinking, look, I need to move forward. I just need to keep going. Regardless of this person, I just need to keep moving forward. So I don't really feel like you're going to tell your person how you're thinking, what's on your mind, but you are still very much mentally attached to this connection. Right, so with this 4 of Swords in reverse, this now could show me that you guys won't be talking. Maybe you're not talking already, I don't know, but I do see some sort of enforced isolation here. So perhaps you and your person will not be speaking at some point over the next few weeks, if you're not already, okay? You might already be not speaking. But there's some sort of action that you're going to be wanting to take regarding this, okay? Because I think that you're just going to want to have this chapter closed. You want to cycle this off. You want to close this off. You want to kind of complete this. You just want to put an end to this and put this chapter behind you in some way. And I think that's the quest that you're going to be on. Explain the world to me, please, Spirit. Can you help me out here? What is this world card about? Thanks. Yeah, you're going to be taking some time out with that Hermit card. That's why you're going to be in enforced isolation, because either you're going to enforce it upon yourself or your person will stop talking to you if they haven't already. But what I can see here with this World card, you're going to need to spend some time on your own thinking about how you can close this off, because it is difficult, because you are extremely mentally attached to this person. I've seen it twice now. I know how you're feeling. I know the pain. Okay, it's hard when you're trying to move on from someone, but you are still very much mentally, exhausted actually by thinking about them all the time. No matter where you turn, you see signs that you think, oh, that reminds me of them. You go for a few minutes or a couple of hours without thinking of them, and something reminds you of them. It's very, very difficult. And I see that you're spending some time concentrating on yourself, and that's what you're going to be doing about the situation, okay? It's more for yourself, trying to sort of get yourself together in order to close this off. That's what I'm seeing. And then you're going to try and end up over the next several weeks trying to overcome the loss that this has made you feel, the pain, the heartache. You might even have felt like at some point over the next few weeks that you're grieving for this connection. You're grieving for the person. You're grieving for what could have been. But guys, all along you've been on your own, all along in this connection, all along, all right? And all along you was not feeling happy, but you was putting up with it. And all along you was feeling impatient because, well, I feel like you had a lot of patience for your person, but you wanted change, okay? So it got to the point where, you know, your patience ran out and it was like, right, I need some change now. And that's where you're at now, guys. That's where you're at now, guys. I see you walking away from this person. I see you trying to close this chapter off. That's what I see. I see you trying. I'm not going to make assumptions and say words that I, haven't seen. I see that you try to close this chapter off. That's what I see. And I see you trying to overcome the heartache, the pain, the suffering, because you have suffered in this situation. You know, this has been mental torture and emotional torture. Okay. And I see that you have suffered. So you're going to be trying to overcome those feelings over the next few weeks, guys. Now let's have a look at your person's energy over the next few weeks. Let's see how they're going to be feeling. And then I'm going to get you one little card of inspiration. So this is your person's energy. Here we are. So, you know, yeah, your person with the Two of Wands sort of has a decision to make about how they're going to be moving forward. So they're sort of preparing and planning on what they're going to be doing next. Okay, and with that Emperor card, again, you know, I've got to say it, your person is a little bit all about them. You know, they want to do what's best for them, what's right by them. I don't really ever see them considering you. In this reading, I don't ever really see that they consider you. Yes, they have feelings for you. They do care about you. But I don't see that they consider your feelings. They might have feelings for you, okay? But they don't consider your feelings when they are doing what they're doing, all right? So I see that they are a little bit all about what makes them feel like they're doing the right thing by themselves. Do you get what I'm saying with that Emperor card there? And I see that, yeah, with the Knight of Swords, it's like, you know, they're going to feel like they've had a missed opportunity with you because obviously, like I've said, you're going to be trying to work on how to close this off. You're going to be looking at how to put this all behind you because, you know, you feel on your own still. You've always felt on your own, but now you're just going to be like, right, well, if I'm on my own, I'm going to, you know, try and focus just on myself, okay, and try and close this off because it's not serving you. It's not helping you. It's not benefiting you. Being in this situation is holding you back, right? So your person's going to realise that and feel like they've lost out, but, you know, it's because they never put enough in and I don't think they've got it in them to put anything in, all right? I want that one. Yeah, I just feel like your person is on their own path, on their own journey. If you're there, you're there. If you're not, you're not. They'll feel like they've had a missed opportunity, but they're still just very committed to themselves. You know, progress halted there. It comes to a standstill. They don't do anything about it. You know, they're not prepared to fight for the connection with that Seven of Wands in reverse. They just do nothing. You know, they just don't do anything. Guys, I feel like you really have to move on from this person, you know. You have to move on from this person. Let's pull a couple more. Pull a couple more. Queen of Wands. Yeah, okay. So your person's going to be sort of thinking about, well, with the Four of Cups, they're going to be thinking about the things that they could have done differently, okay? Because your person with this Queen of Wands energy is somebody that I would say normally gets what they want because they're normally, you know, I feel like this person could be quite an attractive person, quite admirable to other people. They're not used to people, you know, they're not used to not getting their own way, right? Okay, that's what I feel. Your person is not used to kind of being turned down or used to not having things go the way that they want them to. I feel like, you know, things pretty much usually go how they want them to. But in this case, it's not going to because I see that you're going to be trying very hard to spend some time on your own and close this chapter off. And so with this Four of Cups, they're going to be feeling like, oh, okay, like, I'm a bit gutted about this. You know, what about the what ifs and the maybes and the should ofs and the would ofs and the could ofs, that kind of thing. I see them moping around about it after and just kind of thinking a little bit like, oh, is that it? Is it really done? You know, but that's all I really see. It's the Four of Cups. It's not, you know, the Ten of Cups wanting to sort things out with you and have that happy connection. It's not, it's just feeling a little bit gutted. And guess who for? Themselves again. It's just about them all the time. The whole thing is you're always putting them first and they put them first. What about you? Now it's time, guys. You just got to put yourself first. That's what I'm seeing, guys. All right. So let's pull a little card of inspiration for you from Spirit. Spirit, this is for Pisces. A little card of inspiration for Pisces. Let me get the right one, please. Come on, Spirit. What do you want Pisces to know? Sorry, guys. I've got to get it. There it is. Courage. Look at that. Come on. Wish upon a star and release all limiting beliefs. Guys, look at that card. Courage. Wish upon a star and release all limiting beliefs. You are this 9 of Pentacles. And somewhere in here, you were the Queen of Pentacles. I saw it. Don't know where it's gone. Guys, listen. Carry on focusing on yourself. You're independent. You've got this. You don't need this person. I feel like you should move on. I'm just a messenger though, right? So I should leave my personal opinions out of it because I'm just showing you what Spirit is telling me to tell you, okay? But guys, have the courage to move on and be the person that you need and want and desire to be, okay? And then at some point you can get in a connection in the future whenever you have healed from this, all right? Because I feel like you spent a lot of time on this person. And then you can, end up meeting someone and having that door open to meet someone who will give you the same back, who will treat you how you deserve to be treated and will love you how you deserve to be loved, because this person hasn't got it in them, guys. That's what I see. Subscribe for more, please. I'll really appreciate it. My channel's fairly new, so I'm trying to build it up. I've only been on it for a couple of months, sorry. So if you like this reading, please press like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.